In the 1960s, this man right here, George Best, captured the eyes of the world. With his natural talent and flair, he dominated the English game and European game with Manchester United, putting Northern Ireland on the map in world football. In the years that followed, the national team experienced many successful spells, winning the last ever home championship and making it to 2 successive World Cup finals, proving the talent that is able to be produced on these tough working class streets of Belfast. In a country that's not short of titanic wins over footballing giants like England and Spain, and an impressive European Championships run in 2016, it would be surprising to learn that Northern Ireland doesn't have a fully fledged domestic professional league, despite the talent that's on show in local football. With football being the most popular sport here by and large, this can be quite confusing to understand. On the other hand of local sporting achievements, however, is the success of local rugby. Ulster Rugby, for example, have experienced much success domestically and on the European stage, winning the European Cup in 1999.
To understand why the two sports have experienced such polarising successes, I met with those closest to the Irish League. First up, Glentoran's club captain, Marcus Kane. Marcus cites the difference in media coverage as being pivotal in the progress of the Irish League.
I think the media is a big factor. Probably not enough coverage. Obviously, we've only got BBC now, who only do 10 games a year now. I know Sky do chip in with games, but local coverage is limited. Sometimes I think we sell our product short. We could be doing other things to improve the way everybody looks at the Irish League and the way people feel about going to your local game and supporting your local team. Looking in, the rugby's they're always been the elite boys, and I think that you look at the Schools Cup, it's such a spectacle for the likes of whoever's in the final. I don't think football, I don't feel that football, especially school level, is such a big deal. I don't see why, if this team was or this league was invested in, the teams are invested in, the media's invested in, I don't see why not that we can be competing at a European level.
Now to the north of the city to meet Glenn Kelly, a Crusaders fan offering the perspective of those who make the league what it is.
I don't think there's still not enough. It is improving. BBC showing games and Sky are back now, but I do still think it needs more put in the public domain. Since I've been going to games 20 years now, and it is massively improved, particularly in the last 5 to 6. It seems to have really stepped it up. There seems to be a couple of players, sort of 2010 went across the water, and since then it's been, I think, more clubs even in England have taken a notice. I know in Ulster, obviously, the level of game they're playing on is far higher than the Irish League, and any fan would be naive to not say that. But rugby wasn't that big in this country at one point, and it's taken off from, BBC was showing games, I know that's stopped now. Rugby seems to get the coverage, and everything seems fine and rosy and nice, and the Irish League's not perfect. We've got a lot to work on. There's been unsavoury incidents throughout the year, but I'm sure that's happened to rugby too, and a lot has got brushed under a wee bit too. But definitely it's a settle thing in terms of who goes and watches games and why. I think another thing is locations of grounds. If you look at a lot of the Irish League grounds, they're in working class areas, and that's what the clubs were built on. There's clubs at the top level in this country who are still working on a week by week basis that can pay players, which I think it's complete madness. But there needs to be investment, probably on a political and media side, definitely.
After meeting with Irish League players and Irish League fans, it's clear to see that they believe the Irish League does not receive the attention that it deserves. The Irish League has came on leaps and bounds in the past number of years, and that's only evident to see in the players that have been able to use it as a launching pad for professional careers. With the success of local golf and local rugby, it's almost as if it's become the forgotten sport of Northern Ireland. But it's with the fans that make the Irish League. They invest so much time in their clubs, and they want more, and they deserve more.